Hello, my name is Chase, and I'm going to be talking about the bad habit of procrastination, which many others, including me, sometimes do without even realizing it on a daily basis. How is it that we can spend 4 hours stressing about a 20-minute task only to finally complete it in a panic rush at the very last second? We've all been there, sitting in front of the screen with the assignment open, looking for anything around the house or outside with friends to do instead of beginning the assignment. I've spent a large amount of my personal and school life in this cycle. I would go to the gym, eat, watch TikTok, or do something around the house instead of just beginning the project. I realized this wasn't just an occasional bad habit, it was a heavy weight I carried throughout my entire life. This affected my sleep, stress levels, grades, and how I enjoyed my free time. I'm speaking about this because of tomorrow or later, when we always tell ourselves that we will begin the assignment or complete the assignment, usually doesn't show up. I hope to make you aware of the destructive cycle of procrastination and help you fix this through simple time management techniques and habits. I'll explain why we choose to procrastinate, look at how it harms our daily lives, and suggest some solutions for you to try out. First, I'll explain the problem and why we do this to ourselves. Procrastination isn't just being lazy. It happens whenever you have a task that feels scary, boring, or just difficult. It can happen everywhere, like dorm rooms, bedrooms, or just in the Tri-C cafeteria when you're sitting between class for an hour, 2 hours, and you could complete an assignment in that time. Though it may sometimes seem like laziness, and that may be part of it, procrastination is actually a problem with our feelings. According to the Princeton University McGraw Center for Teaching and Learning, procrastination is a complex psychological behavior, often driven by a fear of failing or wanting things to be too perfect. We don't start because we may be afraid that if we try and don't do a perfect job, it means we aren't smart enough. This is why we wait until the last minute, so we have an excuse. We can say we didn't get a good grade because we had only 3, 5 hours, whatever, instead of admitting the material may have been hard or difficult for us. Next, I look at how this habit impacts us. Procrastination wears us down emotionally, physically, all of it. It wears us down emotionally through stress and worry, and physically, it wears us down through late nights, long work at one time, and it creates stress that can make us tired and lead to burnout. Getting burnt out will only cause you to be less motivated when new assignments are posted 2 or 3 days just after you finish your cram session on a Sunday night or whatever. When you're procrastinating and relaxing, you aren't actually relaxing. You're usually sitting there worrying about the assignments that are coming up and building up as you're sitting there relaxing. Some people say they work better under pressure of due dates or requirements. A deadline could force you to focus and complete something, but it will rarely be your best work. This work will suffice for a submission instead of a late assignment or just not submitting anything at all. But at the end, after a 5 hour essay, when you've been writing all day in a cram session, you'll likely tell yourself this is good enough. After all of that cramming, you don't want to go back and revise and do your tip-top work. And if you do it over time through a week, 2 weeks, you have time to revise, you have time to go back, look at your sources, look at your grammar, all of that. As noted by the Greater Good Sciences Center at UC Berkeley, when we procrastinate, we are prioritizing short-term mood repair over long-term goals. This basically means choosing a tiny bit of fun or relaxation in the present over the relief of solving longer-term goals and helping our future sanity. The worst part is that it steals our most valuable resource, which is time, and makes us feel like we aren't in complete control of ourselves. Finally, I will share some simple solutions and ways you and I can fix this habit. The biggest goal is to stop being a victim of your own schedule and to take control of it. To stop procrastinating, you simply have to make it easier for you to start the assignment or task. One of the best ways is to change where you're working and what is near your workstation. As suggested by the blog Write to Done, you should move away from your distractions. If your phone is a problem, you can put it in another room. If you're tired and your bed looks tempting, go to your living room, kitchen, library, coffee bar, whatever. One thing I found myself doing recently is when I'm sitting down at my desk, like over there, I will pick out an assignment to do and I will put my phone on mute and I will physically throw it over here on my bed and I will begin my assignment. This leaves fewer distractions and usually lets me finish my assignment front to back. I definitely recommend trying this. It's been helping me a lot. I also personally suggest three methods of time management which may help you stop your procrastination habits. 1. Use a daily planner. Make a list of the day's tasks and maybe even give them rough time frames. Allocate time for school, work, homework, assignments, whatever. 2. Set alarms. You can set an alarm for 30 minutes of work and then allow yourself even a couple minutes for a break. Just make sure that during your 30 minutes or an hour of whatever you set your timer for, just make sure you're working hard and not waiting for the break. 3. Set small goals. Instead of cramming an entire essay in one day, you can give yourself the goal of writing 2 paragraphs in a day, and then make sure you start the assignment days or weeks or whatever before the due date. This makes it easier to break down into different pieces. You can get it done over time, and it allows you to have a good base for your work that builds up throughout the days and weeks that will end up as a good assignment at the end when you have to submit it. These changes matter because they help with time management, prevent the waste of open time, and can give you peace of mind. In my personal life, I personally try to pick out a few tasks for a day, tasks and assignments around the house, whatever. So I'll go to school, I'll go to the gym, I'll come home, and I'll have 2-3 assignments picked out for the day. I'll eat, shower, whatever. I'll do those assignments. I'll do my laundry or something like that, and that's what I do for the day. And that's how I personally break my things down. It's similar to a daily planner. Basically, as a daily planner, it's just what I do like in my mind instead. Everyone gets the same 24 hours in a full day. The difference between feeling stress building up and enjoying your time is simply starting now. All you have to do is break down your time and not wait for assignment due dates. Thank you for your time and make the most of your day.